D-Mac from NBA Fantasy Bible here, just with a quick injury update. Just got news, and what a bummer. Isaiah Hartenstein. We heard it from Shams, ESPN's Shams, that Isaiah Hartenstein will be out for 5 to 6 weeks. What a gut punch that is. He has a small non-displaced left hand fracture, so he sustained that in the last preseason game against Denver on Thursday. Now realize that he'll be out for 5 to 6 weeks. We also saw a tweet from Jeff Stotts, who is an injury analyst for Smart and RotoWire. He'll likely avoid surgery because it is non-displaced, and the average time lost for hand fractures that don't need surgery is 15.6 games or 35.2 days. So that's just on that 5 to 6 week timeline that Shams mentioned earlier. So hopefully that just means by about probably around early December, late November, he'll be ready and back and firing. But what that does is obviously that's a massive blow to those that have already drafted Isaiah Hartenstein, and he was going up draft boards significantly. He was one of our favorite guys going into draft season. New role, new team. We saw what he did as the starter at the Knicks. This season, he was going to play a really, really important role alongside of Chet Holmgren, and they were going to be the Twin Towers. And they're still going to be. It's just going to take a little bit longer than we had expected. We see there that Isaiah Hartenstein's ADP was around that 70 mark on Yahoo and Fantrax. Obviously, ESPN, some of their rankings and their ADPs are really slanted towards points leagues, and that's okay. But 105 to 106 there on ESPN, but we know what he's capable of in 9-cat. We saw it last season with a category ranking of 88. People were willing to go into the 60s to grab Hartenstein. I even saw him today go in the 50s as well. So people were huge on him in category leagues, and for good reason. And he does provide a lot of great value, and a lot of that isn't completely removed, but he will be being taken a lot later now, and he just has to be. 5 to 6 weeks is not insignificant in the grand scheme of things. And depending on what your league is set up as, depending on your IR slots as well, you may have to take him a little bit later, or if you've already got him as well, don't drop him. Do not drop him for whatever it takes. Do not drop him. Just stash him in your IR or IL, whatever it may be, and he'll come back with a vengeance as well. But what it also does, on the flip side, positive news for those that have already drafted Chet Holmgren, that's a boost to his value. He'll be playing closer to the rim now for the next 5 to 6 weeks. Obviously, we've got about 6 days left until opening night. Chet Holmgren's value is going to be inflated over the next 5 to 6 weeks. So keep that in mind as well. Perhaps it's a sell high opportunity as well. But Chet Holmgren's value, like I said, is going to go up in category leagues particularly. Obviously, his points league ranking is not as good as it is in category leagues, but also his value will be inflated in points leagues as well for the next 5 to 6 weeks. Another person who benefits from the injury to Isaiah Hartenstein is Alex Caruso. Obviously, he's a fantasy stud when it comes to category leagues. You look at last year's ranking of 55 at the Chicago Bulls. Now he's at the Thunder. It was not assured that he would start, but I think now it is. And we'll go through the depth chart in a second. But his current ADP on Yahoo's is 102, similar for Fantrax at 104. Similar to what Chet Holmgren's is, a little bit higher in ESPN. Again, slanted towards points leagues. But yeah, very, very valuable in category leagues. And I think he can be rostered in points leagues now as well. So yeah, a big boost for those two guys for the next 5 to 6 weeks, and probably a little bit after that as well while Hartenstein ramps up. Now, quickly, courtesy of ESPN, we're looking at the OKC Depth Chart. Now, there's not a great deal of depth behind Chet Holmgren at the moment at the center position. Jalen with a Y, is currently questionable for opening night. He's dealing with a hamstring injury. We got Kendrick Williams as well. He's not a first-string center or even a fourth-string center, to be honest. He's a forward, but he's questionable for opening night as well. So what it does, it opens up an opportunity for both Alex Caruso and Lou Dort to start at the same time, which is good. I think J-Dub, our boy Jalen Williams, will start at the power forward slot. Dort and Caruso at the 2 and 3, whatever order you desire, with obviously SGA, their superstar, starting alongside of them as well. So it does open up some opportunities for Alex Caruso. Lou Dort is not a consideration for standard leagues at this stage, and I have been getting a few questions about Lou Dort. Is he a pickup? Is he worthy of a roster spot? Should we be drafting Lou Dort? Unless you're in a deeper league, I don't think he needs to be drafted, particularly as this is not a super long-term injury. He's more a streamer level guy for me at this stage. Same could be said for Cason Wallace and to a lesser extent Isaiah Joe as well, and Aaron Wiggins. So those guys don't need to be rostered in standard 12-team leagues as well. Now that's just a quick update from myself. Yeah, as I said, really, really bad news around Isaiah Hartenstein. But 5 to 6 weeks, stash him away if you've already drafted him. It's not the end of the world. And if you are looking to draft in the next couple of days, perhaps there's a little bit of value there. I think he can't be taken at what his ADP is at the moment, but if he's anywhere beyond the pick 100 mark, I'd probably be willing to take him at that point there. Please continue to follow us. A lot more news to go. Like I said, there's 6 days to go until opening night. So super, super exciting. Got a few more episodes to go between now and opening night. And of course, throughout the season with Kayla Fonte, my co-host of Between Two Hoops. But until next time, thanks, guys.